Okay, so we got this excerpt from Wikipedia about Sophia in Gnosticism.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, this is a fascinating topic. So today we're diving deep into Sophia, who she is, what she represents.
Absolutely.
This whole idea of wisdom and spirit and how that fits into Gnostic thought.
Yeah.
It's really interesting stuff.
It's captivating. I mean, what's so fascinating with Sophia is how she challenges that traditional image of the divine, that masculine image that was so strong in early Christianity.
Yeah.
A whole new perspective on God and creation.
Yeah, it really is. It's like this whole other side to of a story you thought you knew. But before we get too far, for anyone who might not be super familiar with Gnosticism, could you maybe give us a little bit of background on the movement itself? Like, what's the deal with Gnosticism?
Absolutely. Gnosticism, it was this early Christian movement, and they were really into gnosis.
Okay.
Which basically means knowledge.
Okay.
And they thought that was the key to, salvation. So it's not about blind faith.
Right.
It's about this direct experience of the divine, this kind of personal insight.
I see.
And that's where Sophia comes in. She's like totally woven into this whole idea of gnosis.
So she's not just some like minor character in the background.
Oh, no, not at all.
She's really important to how Gnostics viewed the universe and their place in it.
She's central.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, Sophia is this feminine aspect of God, embodying wisdom and love. Some Gnostic texts, they even call her the bride of Christ. And if you think about it, back then, it was such a patriarchal religious landscape. So the idea of a feminine divine figure, like Sophia, that was revolutionary.
It really makes you wonder why her story isn't more well known.
I know, right? It really challenges those old ideas, gives us a totally new way to think about the divine.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about her place in the big picture of Gnosticism. What's her role in all of this?
All right, so to really understand Sophia, we've got to dig into this Gnostic idea of the pleroma.
Pleroma. Okay, for those of us who aren't fluent in Gnostic lingo, what exactly are we talking about when we say pleroma?
Okay, so picture this, the pleroma. It's this realm of pure divine fullness.
Okay.
Everything's in perfect harmony. And in this realm, you have these emanations of God, these beings called eons.
Eons, okay.
And they all exist in this, like, state of pure light and knowledge.
So it's like a spiritual utopia.
You could say that. It's
Really?
like the ultimate reality where the soul truly belongs.
Got it. So where does Sophia fit into this pleroma? Is she just another eon hanging out in this divine realm?
Oh, she's much more than just another eon. Sophia is a high-ranking one, often seen as the last emanation before you get to the material world, the world we experience.
Mm-hmm.
She represents wisdom, love, and this incredible creative potential. But this is where things get interesting. Her story takes a little bit of a turn, let's say.
Hold on. Are you about to tell me about a fall from grace? Because I love a good fall from grace story.
You know it. It's a pivotal moment in Gnostic cosmology, and it sets the stage for how they viewed the creation of our world.
Okay, I'm hooked. Tell me everything. What exactly happened?
So there are a few different versions of the myth.
Okay.
But the main idea is this. Sophia, she's driven by this intense desire.
Okay.
Some say it was to reach the unknowable God,
Okay.
Bythos. Others say it was this urge to create, independently.
Right.
But whatever it was, she makes a mistake.
Oh.
A big one. And this mistake,
Okay.
it's often described as this passionate longing or maybe like overreaching her boundaries.
I see.
And it throws the entire pleroma out of whack.
Wow.
Like it triggers this chain reaction
Okay.
that ends up with the creation of the material world.
Wait, so a divine being messes up and bam, that's how our world is born.
That's the gist of it.
Wild. But also kind of relatable, right? I mean, who hasn't
Right.
made a mistake because they had a big goal or wanted something really badly?
Yeah, it's that human element.
It's just that in Sophia's case, her mistake didn't just ruin dinner, it created the entire cosmos.
Exactly. And that's what makes this myth so fascinating, It's this huge cosmic drama, but with this very human heart to it.
It really is.
But yeah, you're right. A divine being making a mistake and that leading to our world. That's definitely not your typical creation story.
No. Usually it's all about this deliberate creation, not some sort of cosmic oops.
Exactly.
So how do we get from this divine misstep to, like, the physical world as we know it? What happened?
Okay, so imagine this. Sophia's longing, her yearning, all the turmoil from her fall.
Okay.
It creates this kind of energetic fallout, like a cosmic shockwave, right?
Okay.
And this fallout, It's basically Sophia's own essence, but mixed with all this anguish and longing,
Huh.
and that becomes the material for the material world.
Wow.
It's not like she planned it like, okay, time to make a universe.
Right.
It was more like this accidental byproduct.
Okay, so the cosmos is a divine oops moment.
Pretty much.
Got it. What about the demiurge, though? He's a pretty big deal in Gnosticism.
Right.
This flawed creator figure.
Yeah.
How does he fit into Sophia's story?
Ah, yes, the demiurge, or Yaldabaoth, as he's sometimes called. He's a key player in all of this.
Okay.
You see, he's actually born from the chaos of Sophia's fall.
Okay.
He's like this blind offshoot of her power.
Wow.
So he has some of her creative potential, but, and this is important, he has no idea about his origins.
Oh, really?
None. He doesn't know about Sophia at all.
So he's like this cosmic accident who gets a little too big for his britches?
Pretty much. The demiurge, he's convinced he's the top dog, the one and only god responsible for everything.
Wow.
He's totally trapped in his own little understanding.
He has no idea about the divine spark in the world, does he?
Nope. The spark that's actually from Sophia herself.
Wow. Talk about an inferiority complex waiting to happen. This is quite a story. But we haven't even gotten to her redemption yet.
Right.
So she makes this huge mistake, causes this cosmic ruckus.
Yeah.
Then what? Is she stuck as the ultimate cautionary tale? Or is there hope for her? So she makes this huge mistake, causes this cosmic ruckus. Then what? Is she stuck as the ultimate cautionary tale? Or is there hope for her?
Oh, there's definitely hope. I mean, this is Gnosticism we're talking about.
That's true.
Redemption is kind of their thing.
Right.
And remember how we were talking about gnosis, that knowledge being the key to salvation?
Yeah.
Well, that goes for Sophia too.
Okay.
Some Gnostic texts, they say that Christ actually plays a big part in her redemption.
Interesting.
He comes down from the pleroma and brings Sophia the knowledge and the light that she needs to get back.
Wow. So it's like this cosmic rescue mission.
Yeah.
Christ comes to save humanity.
Right.
But he also makes a quick stop to pick up this fallen divine being on the way.
Exactly.
That's amazing. I never thought about it like that before.
It shows how connected the divine and the human are in Gnostic thought.
Yeah.
Christ helps Sophia return to the pleroma, and he also offers humanity a way out of the material world.
Right.
So we can go back to our spiritual home through gnosis.
This whole idea of returning to wholeness, to like a perfect state, it's really powerful.
It is.
It's like we each have our own pleroma to find a place of peace and enlightenment.
Exactly. That's what makes the Sophia myth so resonant. It's like this reflection of our own human journey. We make mistakes. We search for something more. We yearn.
It's all there.
We see ourselves in Sophia's story, and it reminds us that even when things are rough, we can always grow.
Right.
There's redemption. There's a way back to the light.
And it's not just Gnosticism where we see these themes.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's amazing how this idea of Sophia connects with myths and figures across different cultures.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? These stories, these myths,
Yeah.
they have this power to go beyond time and culture.
Yeah.
They tap into something very human.
For sure.
Something universal.
Yeah. Like, for example, Isis in Egyptian mythology.
Right.
She gives birth to Horus, and he's imperfect.
Yeah.
And she does it all alone, kind of like Sophia creating the demiurge.
Exactly.
And then there's Persephone in Greek mythology,
Right.
going between the world of the living and the underworld.
Yeah, yeah.
That same cycle of fall and redemption that we see with Sophia.
It's incredible, isn't it? These patterns, they repeat across cultures.
Yeah.
And it's in those echoes that we really get a sense of how powerful these figures are.
They really are.
They represent our deepest fears, our greatest hopes, our desire to understand.
It's all there.
It's all woven in.
This has been quite a deep dive. We started with a Wikipedia article.
I know.
And now we're talking about the depths of Gnostic thought.
It's a journey.
Cosmic creation, ancient goddesses.
Yeah. It all connects.
It does. But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
what does it all mean? Why should we care about this ancient myth about a fallen divine figure?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
I think, for me, understanding Sophia's story lets us look at our own lives in a new way.
How so?
It encourages us to keep searching for knowledge, to accept that we're not perfect, and to have hope.
Do you have hope that even when we fall, we can find our way back?
Exactly.
It's like Sophia's journey is a mirror reflecting our own.
Beautifully put.
Well, on that note, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Gnosticism and the incredible story of Sophia. And until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and never stop exploring.